Think of a place that delights and dazzles the eye and the imagination alike. Imagine a place with spectacular landscapes and exotic wildlife. A place so surreal that it is at once spiritual and mysterious. A rare portrait of the most beautiful place on earth. That one place is the Maasai Mara Game Reserve. The Maasai Mara National Reserve is a large game reserve that spans over an area of about 1,500 square kilometers located in the county of Narok in the Great Rift Valley in magical Kenya. It lies in the Great Rift Valley fault lines about 5,600 kilometers long from Ethiopia's Red Sea through Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi and into Mozambique. The Maasai Mara is characterized by a wide valley and a towering escarpment in the hazy distance. Habitats in the Maasai Mara are varied, including open rolling grassland, riverine forest, acacia woodland, swamps, thickets, boulder-strewn escarpments, the oreteti tree that is green throughout the year. Maasai Mara derives its name Mara from the description given to this African savanna by the indigenous inhabitants of the county of Narok, the Maasai. It means spotted, an open grassland characterized by spots of trees, scrubs, and animals viewed from far. The Mara has two permanent rivers, the Mara and Talek, which together with their tributaries flow through the reserve and trisect it. The Mara River is home to one of the world's largest population of the fearsome Nile crocodile. There is a pronounced rainfall gradient from the drier east to the wetter west. The Mara ecosystem is inhabited by almost 3,500,000 large herbivores together with the smaller species. Mara has the largest number of savanna species in the world. More than 500 bird species are also found in the Maasai Mara, including 12 species of the cisticola and 53 birds of prey. Grassland birds are especially well represented. The Olololo or Sirisia escarpment is one of the few Kenyan sites for rock cisticola. Mara's extensive grasslands are a stronghold for the threatened migratory corncrake and the near-threatened restricted range Jackson's widowbird. The woodlands around the reserve are probably the centers of abundance for the threatened restricted range grey-crested helmet shrike. The Maasai Mara is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. It has become accredited as the 8th new wonder of the world. Mara's popularity is due to its high density of herbivores and predators. It is the only region left in the world where animals may be viewed in the same superabundance as existed a century ago. The Mara stands out as the kingdom of lions. These regal and powerful hunters dominate these grasslands. But it is the spectacular and unique pattern of the Great Migration, one of its kind worldwide by the herbivores, that set the Maasai Mara apart as the only habitat that depicts the grandeur and diversity of Africa's staggering images. Each year, the wildebeest in a population of 2 million and the plain zebra, a population of about 200,000, 8,000 eland and 500,000 Thompson gazelles migrate from the Serengeti into the Mara. It is one of the greatest wildlife spectacles on the planet. Its precise timing highly depends on the rains. The impulsive gathering of these herbivores and their long trek from the south further north into the Maasai Mara to search for food and water is simply breathtaking. Their journey runs in a clockwise circle and the animals cover a distance of around 1,800 miles. As the herds take the plunge to cross the Mara River, crocodiles are lying in wait for any weak and feeble ungulates that can't cope with the strong currents or loss of their mothers. Like in the African saying that you cannot touch the same waters twice, some of these herbivores do not survive the plunge as they succumb to the might of the Nile crocodile. This spectacular show is known worldwide as the Great Migration. It mostly occurs between the months of July and August, when countless herds amass along the swollen Mara River, ready to cross from the Serengeti into the Mara. The magnificence of the spectacle is not only the crossing of the river by these millions of herds, but also the view of these millions of animals filling the entire landscape. The shifting columns of the herds as they traverse the valleys and the hills is an awesome sight. With it, they attract many of Kenya's impressive predators such as lions, leopards, hyenas, and wild dogs, who follow the herds, taking advantage of every opportunity to catch their next meal. If you have never before experienced a kill by one of these predators, prepare for an instinctive surge in adrenaline. Another unique attribute of the Maasai Mara is the coexistence of the indigenous inhabitants of the land, the Maasai people and the wildlife. The Maasai are a strongly independent people who still value tradition and ritual as an integral part of their everyday lives. They regard themselves not just as residents of the Maasai Mara, but rather as part of the life of the land, as the land is part of their lives. Traditionally, the Maasai rarely hunt, and living alongside wildlife in perfect harmony is an integral part of their culture. Lions and wildebeest play an important role in their cultural beliefs as their own herds of cattle. This unique coexistence of man and wildlife makes Maasai Mara one of the world's most unique wilderness regions. The Maasai Mara National Reserve is administered by the Narok County government, whereas the county government wholly manages the more visited eastern part of the park. It has contracted management of the western part, known as the Mara Triangle, to the Mara Conservancy, a local non-profit organization formed by the local Maasai that contains several anti-poaching units. The outer areas, known as Maasai Mara Conservation Areas, are administered by the group ranch trusts of the Maasai community, who also have their own rangers for patrolling the reserve area. The county government of Narok is intent on working together with the conservancies and the local Maasai community to ensure that the Maasai Mara ecosystem continues to thrive. The county government of Narok is in the process of developing and implementing solutions to reduce conflict between the local inhabitants and the wildlife. The county government's objective is to preserve the culture, the land, and the vast array of species living together within the region. The county government recognizes the need to find a strategy for coexistence as land for both the people and the wildlife becomes constricted by urbanization. Currently, in partnership with the Mara Conservancies, the county government is setting up programs to educate the local inhabitants on the importance of preservation efforts, as these efforts will impact directly to the community's livelihoods through tourism investment.
We have seen a magnificent array of animals in all sorts of conditions, be hunting, just resting, and the beautiful open country that we don't have as much in New Zealand as you do in Africa, and the charming people, honest and kind people.
We've been watching documentaries on TVs, and this thing has come to our attention that we can see it real, and we don't have to watch everything on the TV ever again. So we come to Kenya, we see what's happening on the TV. So it's like a life experience for us.
The Mara is an awesome natural wonder, a place where Maasai warriors share their plains with hunting lions, a place of mighty herds and timeless cycles of life, death and regeneration, a perfect mosaic of the rhythms of the seasons. The Mara is the best serviced of all Kenyan parks and reserves, with a wide range of accommodation for any budget. The reserve is ideal for game drives, walks and balloon safaris. Wildlife moves freely in and out of the reserve and through neighboring Maasai lands. The Loita Hills and the Nguruman Escarpment, both considered sacred to the Maasai, offer high forest trekking opportunities for the adventurous traveler. The government of the county of Narok sees to it that the reserve has well-maintained all-weather roads. The rangers patrol regularly to ensure no poaching, as well as to guarantee your security at all times. His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Governor Samuel Tunai, the Governor of Narok County, extend their warmest compliments and cordially invite you to visit the Maasai Mara National Reserve and enjoy this one-of-a-kind panorama of African life.